Hello everyone and welcome back to my another video presentation. My name is Hanif Ahmad. I am a student from Universitas Mulia or Mulia University, majoring in informatics class IF4A, and my student ID number is 2411098. Today we are going to learn about the 16 English tenses. We'll look at two examples for each tense, covering the positive, negative, and interrogative forms. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Halo semuanya. Di video kali ini saya akan menjelaskan 16 tenses dalam bahasa Inggris. Materi ini sangat penting untuk menyusun kalimat dengan struktur waktu yang tepat, terutama di dunia profesional. Saya akan memberikan contoh-contoh kalimat yang sering kita temui di bidang IT dan manajemen proyek. So let's begin. We can go to the next slide here. Okay, so number one is the simple present tense. So we use this for habits of general facts. The structure uses the base verb or verb 1, and we add s or es for single subjects. Common time signals are everyday, usually, or often. So we can see we have two example sets here. For set 1, for example, here we can say we develop, for the positive, we can say we develop responsive websites for clients. For the negative forms, for example, we do not develop responsive websites for clients. And for the interrogative forms, we can say, do we develop responsive websites for clients? And for examples in set 2, in the positive forms, we can say, the system administrator configures the MikroTik router. And in the negative form, we can say, the system administrator does not configure the MikroTik router. And for the interrogative forms, we can say, does the system administrator configure the MikroTik router? Jadi untuk tense ini rumusnya sangat sederhana. Subjeknya ditambah dengan verb 1. Kalau bentuk negatif dan tanya kita pakai kata bantu do atau does. Tense ini paling sering dipakai dengan keterangan waktu rutinitas seperti contohnya tiap hari atau biasanya. Continue to the next tense. Number 2 is the present continuous tense. The formula is subject plus to be, for example is, am, or are, plus verb ing. The time signals are usually, for example, right now, currently, or at the moment. We can see for the examples at set 1 here, we can say, I am teaching a JavaScript class to the students right now. This is the positive. And for the negative, we can say, I am not teaching a JavaScript class to the students right now. And for the interrogative forms, we can say, am I teaching a JavaScript class to the students right now? The next set for set 2, here are the examples for the positive forms. We can say they are designing a new UI or UX mockup today. And the negative forms, we can say they are not designing a new UI UX mockup today. And the interrogative forms, we can say are they designing a new UI UX mockup today. Jadi untuk tense ini kita memakai kata continuous. Yang pasti kata kerjanya memakai verb ing. Kita bisa pakai to be, is, am, atau are, tergantung subjeknya. Dan tense ini dipakai untuk aktivitas yang sedang kita lakukan detik ini juga. Next is number 3. We have the present perfect tense. So the structure uses have or has followed by verb 3 or past participle. Common time signals are, for example, already, just, yet, or recently. Can see at the set 1 examples here for the positive forms. The team has fixed the bugs in the application. The negative forms, we can say the team has not fixed the bugs in the application. And for the interrogative forms, we can say has the team fixed the bugs in the application. And for example, in the set 2, in the positive forms, we can say I have installed Linux Mint on my main laptop. For the negative forms, we can say I have not installed Linux Mint on my main laptop. And the interrogative forms, we can say, have I installed Linux Mint on my main laptop? Jadi untuk present perfect tense, kita wajib memakai verb 3. Bantuan depannya adalah menggunakan kata have atau has. Biasanya kita temukan kata already yang artinya sudah untuk menunjukkan suatu pekerjaan yang sudah rampung dikerjakan, namun efeknya masih terasa sekarang. Next, number 4 is the present perfect continuous tense. The formula is we use have or has plus been plus verb ing. The time signals strongly focus on the duration, like for example for 2 hours or since morning. You can see at the set 1 examples here for the positive forms. We can say the developers have been writing PHP code since morning. And for the negative forms, we can say the developers have not been writing PHP code since morning. And the interrogative forms, we can say have the developers been writing PHP code since morning. The next set 2 examples here. For the positive forms, we can say she has been monitoring the server traffic for 2 hours. In the negative forms, we can say she has not been monitoring the server traffic for 2 hours. And the interrogative forms, we can say has she been monitoring the server traffic for 2 hours. Untuk present perfect continuous tense sendiri, karena ada perfect dan continuousnya, kita menggabungkan rumusnya menjadi have atau has ditambah dengan been ditambah dengan verb ing. Untuk keterangan waktunya sangat khas, yaitu since atau sejak, atau mungkin bisa kita gunakan kata for atau artinya selama. Jadi kedua kata ini menunjukkan durasi kerja yang belum selesai. Next, number 5, the simple past tense. For positive sentences, we simply use verb to. For negative and interrogative, we use word did and return to verb 1. The time signals are, for example, yesterday, last week, or last month. We can see at the example set 1 here. In the positive forms, for example, we hosted a technology workshop last month. In the negative forms, we can say we did not host a technology workshop last month. And in the interrogative forms, we can say did we host a technology workshop last month? Next, in the set 2, for example here in the positive forms, the programmer submitted the final project yesterday. In the negative forms, we can say the programmer did not submit the final project yesterday. And in the interrogative forms, we can say did the programmer submit the final project yesterday. Jadi untuk simple past tense, yang berarti itu tenses masa lalu ya. Jadi ciri khas utamanya menggunakan pemakaian verb 2 di kalimat positif. Tapi hati-hati begitu masuk ke kalimat negatif atau kalimat tanya yang menggunakan kata did, kata kerjanya harus balik lagi ke verb 1 asli. Next, number 6 is the past continuous tense. The formula for this tense is we use word was or were plus verb ing. The time signals usually involve an interruption using conjunctions like when or while. So we can see at the examples at the set 1 here in the positive forms. I was compiling the program when the power went out. In the negative forms, we can say I was not compiling the program when the power went out. And in the interrogative, we can say was I compiling the program when the power went out. Next, in the set 2, here in the different examples, in the positive forms, the club members were discussing the event rundown at 8 p.m. In the negative forms, the club members were not discussing the event rundown at 8 p.m. And the last one is the interrogative forms. You can say, were the club members discussing the events rundown at 8 p.m. Jadi untuk past continuous tense, kita pakai kata was atau were ditambah dengan verb ing. Tense ini sering banget digabungkan dengan simple past menggunakan kata hubung when atau artinya itu ketika atau while yang artinya sementara. Misalnya pada contoh yang tadi sebelumnya ketika kita sedang ngoding tiba-tiba laptopnya mati. Next is number 7. Here the past perfect tense. So the structure is simple. We use word had for all subjects, followed by verb 3. The time signals are usually, for example, before or after another past event. You can see at the set 1 example here. For the positive forms, they had backed up the database before the server crashed. In the negative forms, we can say they had not backed up the database before the server crashed. And the interrogative forms, we can say had they backed up the database before the server crashed. In the set 2, in the different examples here, for the positive forms, we can say I had learned HTML before I joined the coding bootcamp. In the negative forms, we can say I had not learned HTML before I joined the coding bootcamp. And the interrogative forms, we can say had I learned HTML before I joined the coding bootcamp. Jadi untuk past perfect tense itu rumusnya semuanya subjek itu menggunakan kata had lalu ditambah verb 3 seperti pada contoh sebelumnya. Tense ini ibarat masa lalunya dari masa lalu. Jadi kalau ada dua kejadian kemarin, kejadian yang paling pertama terjadi itulah yang pakai past perfect. Next is number 8, is the past perfect continuous tense. The structure combines word had, been, and verb ing. It focuses on duration before a past event. For examples, for the examples here at the set 1, in the positive forms, the technician had been troubleshooting the network for hours before he found the cable issue. Next, for the negative forms, we can say the technician had not been troubleshooting the network for hours before he found the cable issue. And the interrogative examples here, had the technician been troubleshooting the network for hours before he found the cable issue. For the set 2 examples, for the positive forms, you can see here, we had been preparing the syllabus before the semester started. For the negative forms, we can say we had not been preparing the syllabus before the semester started. And for the interrogative forms, we can say had we been preparing the syllabus before the semester started. Jadi untuk tense past perfect continuous tense ini sama seperti sebelumnya, tapi karena kita menggunakan continuous, rumusnya menjadi kata had digabung dengan kata been, lalu ditambah dengan verb ing. Jadi ini menekankan berapa lama proses contoh tadi berapa lama proses troubleshooting atau pengerjaan suatu tugas di masa lalu sebelum hal lainnya terjadi. Okay, we continue in the number 9 here, the simple future tense. So the formula is very easy. We use word will plus the base verb or verb 1. The time signals include tomorrow, next week, or soon. Okay, we can see at the set 1 examples here. For the positive forms, the company will launch the new mobile app tomorrow. In the negative form, we can say the company will not launch the new mobile app tomorrow. And for the interrogative forms, we can say, will the company launch the new mobile app tomorrow? In the set 2 examples here, in the different examples from the set 1, in the positive, I will present the club profile to the new students. For the negative forms, you can say, I will not present the club profile to the new students. And the interrogative form, we can say, will I present the club profile to the new students? Jadi untuk simple future tense ini kita masuk ke masa depan. Dan rumusnya sangat gampang, cukup menggunakan kata will yang artinya akan, lalu kita ikuti dengan verb 1 murni tanpa tambahan apapun. Keterangan waktunya seperti besok atau minggu depan. Next, number 10, we have the future continuous tense. We use word will plus word be plus verb ing. The time signals pinpoint an exact time in the future, like at 8 p.m. tomorrow. We can see at the set 1 examples here for the positive form. The IT support will be upgrading the system at midnight. In the negative forms, we can say the IT support will not be upgrading the system at midnight. And the interrogative forms will be, will the IT support be upgrading the system at midnight? And next, in the set 2 examples, for the positive, we can see we will be attending the AI conference next Monday. In the negative forms, we can say we will not be attending the AI conference next Monday. And the interrogative forms, will we be attending the AI conference next Monday? Jadi untuk future continuous tense, rumusnya adalah kata will digabung dengan kata be dan digabung dengan verb ing. Kita menggunakan tense ini untuk memprediksi spesifik. Misalnya, contohnya tadi, besok malam jam 12 pas, tim IT akan sedang melakukan maintenance server. The next tense here, number 11. The future perfect tense. So in this tense, the structure is we use word will have followed by verb 3. The most common time signal starts with word by, such as by 5 p.m. or by next week. So we can see at the set 1 examples here in the positive forms, I will have finished writing the code by 5 p.m. In the negative forms, we can say I will not have finished writing the code by 5 p.m. And the interrogative forms, we can say, will I have finished writing the code by 5 p.m. And in the set 2 examples, in the positive forms, we can say the clients will have reviewed the proposal before the meeting. And the negative forms will be the client will not have reviewed the proposal before the meeting. And the interrogative forms will be will the client have reviewed the proposal before the meeting. Jadi untuk future perfect tense itu rumusnya menggunakan kata will have ditambah dengan verb 3. Ciri khas waktunya ditandai dengan preposisi kata by atau artinya menjelang atau pada saat. Dan untuk tense ini itu sangat berguna untuk menentukan deadline target proyek di depan klien contohnya. Next, number 12 is the future perfect continuous tense. The formula of these tenses gets longer, so we use word will have been plus verb ing, and it uses word by combined with a duration with a word for. For the example here, we can see at the set 1 in the positive forms. By next year, I will have been studying informatics for 4 semesters. And in the negative forms, will be by next year, I will not have been studying informatics for 4 semesters. And the integrative forms, will I have been studying informatics for 4 semesters by next year. In the set 2 examples, in the positive forms, we can say, by next month, the team will have been developing this software for a year. And in the negative forms, we can say, by next month, the team will not have been developing this software for a year. And in the integrative forms, we can say, will the team have been developing this software for a year by next month. Jadi untuk tense ini rumusnya yang paling panjang nih. Jadi kata will have been tambah dengan verb ing. Dan tense ini menggabungkan target waktu di masa depan. Contohnya tadi by next year dengan durasi dari masa lalu. Pada contohnya tadi for 4 semesters. Next, number 13, simple past future tense. So the formula uses would or should plus verb 1. So this is often found in reported speech or promises made in the past. We can see at the set 1 examples here in the positive forms. I told him that I would fix the login error. And the negative forms, we can say, I told him that I will not fix the login error. And the integrative forms, we can say, would you fix the login error? And the set 2 examples here, we can see at the positive forms, we promised that we should upgrade the server capacity. In the negative forms, we can say, we promised that we should not upgrade the server capacity. And the integrative forms, we can say, should we upgrade the server capacity? Nah, jadi untuk simple past future tense, ini pengandaian atau janji masa lalu artinya. Jadi dari kata will kita ubah jadi would, dan kata shall kita ubah jadi kata should, lalu diikuti dengan verb 1. Untuk keterangan waktunya, kita biasanya menyesuaikan konteks obrolan masa lalunya. Next, number 14 is the past future continuous tense. So the structure of this tense, we use word would be plus verb ing. So this shows a past expectation of a continuous action. You can see at the set 1 examples here for the positive forms. She assumed we will be deploying the application on Sunday. In the negative forms, we can say she assumed we will not be deploying we will not be deploying the application on Sunday. And the interrogative forms, we can say would we be deploying the application on Sunday. Next, in the set 2 examples for the positive forms, I thought the machine would be running smoothly by now. And the negative forms, we can say I thought the machine would not be running smoothly by now. And in the interrogative forms, we can say would the machine be running smoothly by now. Jadi untuk past future continuous tense, rumusnya itu menggunakan kata would be ditambah dengan verb ing. Sama seperti sebelumnya, cuman bentuk masa lalu dari future continuous. Kita berharap suatu sistem akan sedang berjalan lancar berdasarkan perhitungan masa lalu kita. Next, number 15, past future perfect tense. So the formula of this tense, we use word would have plus verb 3. This is commonly used in conditional sentence type 3, showing unreal past situations. We can see at the set 1 examples for the positive forms. I would have completed the HTML project if my laptop hadn't broken. Next, in the negative form, we can say I would not have completed the HTML project if my laptop hadn't broken. And the integrative forms, we can say, well, I have completed the HTML project if my laptop hadn't broken. The set 2 example, here we can see as the positive form. The network would have been stable if you use a better router. In the negative form, we can say the network would not have been stable if you use a better router. And the integrative form, we can say, will the network have been stable if you used a better router. Jadi untuk tense ini rumusnya menggunakan kata would have ditambah dengan verb 3. Dan tense ini kita merupakan kalimat penyesalan atau pengandaian ditandai dengan kata if atau artinya jika, karena apa yang dibicarakan sebenarnya gagal atau tidak pernah terjadi. And lastly here, number 16, past future perfect continuous tense. So the formula of these tenses, we use word would have been plus verb ing. It also relates to unreal past conditions but emphasizes duration. So we can see at the set 1 examples. For the positive forms, we say, we would have been testing the software for a week if the client hadn't canceled it. In the negative forms, we say, we would not have been testing the software for a week if the client hadn't canceled it. And the negative forms, we can say, would we have been testing the software for a week if the client hadn't canceled it? And then the set 2 examples here. In the positive form, we can say, she would have been working as an instructor if she had accepted the offer. In the negative form, we say, she would not have been working as an instructor if she had accepted the offer. And in the integrative forms, we say, would she have been working as an instructor if she had accepted the offer. Jadi untuk tense yang terakhir ini, yaitu past future perfect continuous tense, rumusnya menggunakan kata would have been ditambah dengan verb ing, sama seperti nomor 15 sebelumnya, yaitu past future perfect tense. Kalimat ini, tense ini adalah pengandaian yang tidak nyata di masa lalu, tapi bedanya kita menyoroti durasi waktunya. So, to conclude, while mastering 16 tenses might seem overwhelming, it is crucial for clear and professional communication in the industry and beyond. It helps us accurately explain timelines, past issues, and future plans to our clients and team. Ya, jadi sebagai penutup, menguasai ke-16 tenses ini sangat penting agar kita bisa mengomunikasikan timeline proyek atau masalah teknis dengan sangat akurat kepada tim ketika kita kerja nantinya. Baik, terima kasih banyak yang sudah menonton video presentasi saya. Mohon maaf jika ada kesalahan kata dari saya. Thank you very much and have a great day. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.